man?
Yeah, it's 4 feet tall and smells like cheap hair gel.
Well, you're an oversized klutz and your feet smell like motor oil.
You're bossy, you're rude, you got no taste in music.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose, I love comic books, I love talking about them, I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the DC fan site that'll have plot synopsis and character bios for this issue. We are continuing our run through the new Teen Titans. This was the X-Men's main competition during the early 80s. This issue is also the very first appearance of Deathstroke, the Terminator. And so we get this here. You're too late to save your fellow Titans, Raven. I've just killed them all. And here we have Deathstroke, who we are not seeing quite yet, saying, wrong, you didn't kill them, I did. And we got this great cover here by George Pérez. I forgot to mention this is from December of 1980. So, alright. We get a brief little origin here. 7 powerful teenagers banded together to form the most incredible superhero group of all. The new Teen Titans. We got to put the new here because they was a Teen Titans before. But Pérez created, and Wolfman created Cyborg and created Raven and Starfire just for this. So, all right. We've got the Hive here, who's a super secret shady organization. And this guy here, you are the one called Deathstroke the Terminator. And he's like, you already know my name. Just like I know you bozos are stooges working for Hive. So let's cut out the garbage and get down to business. Get down to business. Who do you want me to kill? So, Pérez is doing layouts with Stangal doing his finishes. So, Pérez is super detailed, and he really does need help. To keep a monthly schedule, this dude puts in a lot of work. So, good panel here. We still don't see Deathstroke here. The title, I forgot to say it. Today, the Terminator. All right. So and then Wolfman and Pérez, the two of them are also co-plotting it. So we wish you to destroy the new Teen Titans. You know my terms. I answer to no one. I knock them off. I knock them off my way, and I get paid in advance. And the guy goes, "We will not pay until the job is completed." Just so you can, then you can just take your contract and stuff it. I'm the best in the business, and you know it. I'll see you jerks when you wise up. And so this guy goes, Terminator, we will not accept your refusal. You will not be allowed to leave the Hive alive. And here they are then shooting at it. Now, real quick, this is 1980. The movie The Terminator did not come until more the mid-80s. So this character being called the Terminator is actually, he was called Terminator first. So, and Wolfman is from he's the one that kind of taught Chris Claremont. Len Wein and Marv Wolfman were out at Marvel in the 70s. So we get the description like they used to do back then. I've been covering Dennis O'Neil's run on Batman, and he does this too. Suddenly, a section of the wall glides opens and the machine gun snaps. So there is a lot of describing the action. But the Terminator is already on the move. So it's when people say, well, Chris Claremont does this, well, they all did it. This is how they wrote comics back then. So anyway, Deathstroke says, somehow I figured you turkeys were creeps. But that's okay. I've been handling creeps all my life. None of them ever stopped me in the past. And he throws this grenade. And frankly, no one's likely to do it now. And you can see he's going through, takes out his sword. Hey, they're fading out like they were never here. What in the blazes is going on? And he's like, no answer. Then these hive creeps were just illusions, probably holograms. Then why were they trying to kill me or test me? Bah, who really cares? Whatever they're up to, they failed. I'm still alive, still loose, and still my own man. And you can see him kicking the door open, and you can see from behind. He is more powerful than we thought. Did you see? He actually dodged that hail of bullets. His reflexes are phenomenal. Did we get it on our bisectors? Affirmatives. X-rays from every possible angle. Ion scans, full biological records. Then we should be able to duplicate his powers. Soon we'll be able to create our own Terminator. One who will belong body and soul to the hive. And so now we're in New York and Manhattan. So this is sort of taking place. This is, for now, it is not on a made-up city. They're actually using New York. So, come on, Carol. I said I apologize. Why won't you move back to our place? You really want to know, Grant? Frankly, it's because you frighten me. You hang around with those thugs, and I don't like what they've done to you. You fell in with them too easily. Are we back on that, Carol? I'm sorry I ever told you about my father and brother. And you're going to end up just like them, she says. Grant, do yourself a favor and go, please. Here she is petting her cat here. Oh, no, honey, you're not getting rid of me that easy. We spent too much time together to just split up like this. Grant, you're hurting me. Please let go. And so, suddenly here, he grabs her, but you hear it says, energy explodes around him. What in the world hit me? You, I should have guessed. And so, of course, it's Starfire. Please, Starfire, don't hurt him. This isn't all his fault. At least she didn't say it's not his fault. She just said not all. And Wonder Girl says, I don't think Starfire liked the way you grabbed Carol. It may be smart to get out of here. And she says, will you go now, Grant? Except that it's all over between us. No way, Carol. I'm not done yet. You see, I've got friends who will take care of me. Then I'll come back and take care of your friends. Just wait and see, Carol. Just, all of you wait and see. And he slams the door. And so Carol says, God, I knew this was coming, but I didn't think it would be this bad. And Wonder Girl says, I'm sorry we got in the way here, Carol, but after virtually destroying your last apartment, we felt obliged to set you up in another. And so that was, of course, last issue, which we have covered. And so Starfire is speaking in her own tongue. When I was young, I thought it was Star Sapphire. So, and Kid Flash comes in. This is Wally West. This is before he became the Flash. And he goes, hi there, Carol, Wonder Girl, Starfire. Come on, we've got ourselves a real emergency. Let's get moving, he says. And so off they go. And Starfire is speaking again in her native tongue. And Wonder Girl's like, wish I knew what you were saying, Starfire. But something tells me you're asking the same question I am. And they'll be answered when we get to where we're going. So here they're whispering here. They're still loading those crates. But what's keeping the others? And she whispers, she's all the way in the air. So how would he ever be able to listen? So we got here as fast as we could. You think we stopped to powder our noses? And oh my God, Cyborg says, hey, Batboy, down there, something's going on. And Robin kind of snaps, I see it, Cyborg. All right, Titans, let's get 'em. And so, I love this. The Titans are a new team, formed less than a week ago, but they already move as one. Kid Flash races at super speed to clear a path into the pharmaceutical warehouse. So here you can see Kid Flash going through. You see Robin getting these two, Beast Boy getting that one, Starfire getting these. So, and then, you know, they kind of, Marv Wolfman kind of gives you a little bit here. And then, of course, here is Cyborg getting the crates off the car and then throwing it into the river. By the way, heroes, superheroes, if you were real, you don't want to do that. That's pollutant. There's oil, there's gasoline, there's all sorts of stuff in there. Let's not throw vehicles in the water. So, all right. And so here's Beast Boy. Or change. I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. Anyway, he's moving out of the way here. Uh-oh, they're trying to hightail it out of here. And speaking of tails, those jerks almost ran over mine. It's getting so even a monkey isn't safe in this town. And Wonder Girl says, maybe you ought to hide out in the zoo, Gar. Gar is for Garfield, which is his name. The only thing you have to worry about there are the kids with hot wired rubber bands. And so Wonder Girl gets in the way here. Better put the brakes, mister. I'm not letting you pass. And, of course, she's strong, like Wonder Woman, and stops the truck. And then here goes this guy here, who, by the way, the windshield alone would have probably killed him if he was alive. But he is not, because these guys are robots here, like the vertical panels here. I think drawing vertical panels is a challenge. I personally don't do it, but I can see that artists, you know, that they would also consider it a challenge to do this, and I'm always fascinated when they do it. Frank Miller, Todd McFarlane, of course. Vertical panels are, to me, every time I see him, I'm just impressed. So, Changeling says, cripes, gears and thingies and all sorts of junks. Those thieves are robots. And then Starfire still speaking in her native. And Robin's like, no, stop it. Without thinking, she's using those Starfire bolts we named her after on the others. She'll destroy our only clues, but she, of course, doesn't understand. And she grabs her. It's no good. She's already demolished them. Blast! Her powers. She's too dangerous to be left free. And Kid Flash says, what do you mean? Haven't you noticed, Flasher? Starfire seems to relish violence. If she could speak our language, if we could only talk to her. So, and it says here, quizzically, the young alien stares at Robin, sensing the tone, if not the exact meaning of the Teen Wonders world. Then, hey, cut it out. Of course, we do know these two will eventually get into a relationship. So, Robin, and so, buzz off, Flasher. Let Robbie have his fun. Though why he deserves it and not me, I'll never know. So, Goldie can smother me like that anytime, says Changeling here. Oh, knock it off, Gar. All you think about is, oh, my back. I think I sprained it stopping that truck. So, and so she goes, hi, Robin. You know, you're really cute. And then Kid Flash says, huh? She talks, but how? Physical contact, Kid Flash. I simply absorbed your language. And he says, you had to kiss me to do that? He says, not really, but it was certainly more enjoyable this way. So, hey, looky here, Golden Girl. Didn't smash them all. And he grabs that guy here. Good going, Cyborg. Now we have something to trace, says Kid Flash. Back still hurts, kid? In places I didn't even know I had, says Wonder Girl, or answers back. And so, real quick, you're going to see here the thing that attracted people to this comic is that they treat it, if you... I do have a playlist with the X-Men that I've been running, and you see the family dynamic, and you see the talking back and forth, and doing mundane things like he's fixing her back. People really enjoyed these stories back in the day. I was 6 years old when this came out, so I'd never had any of these issues um, from the beginning, and I've never really been a big Teen Titans fan. I do have the collected edition that DC had released for these books. So I've read them as an adult and enjoyed them, but I didn't I didn't read these as a kid. By the time I was old enough, George Perez had already left. So anyway, Cyborg says, just relax. I can fix it. You're into medicine, Cyborg? Nah, I was an athlete. I know Thronoid joints when I see them. So, and Changeling says, listen, I know French. How about German, Chinese? No, English will do for now. Maybe some other time. Changeling's trying to get her to kiss him. Babe, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And Robin says, Cyborg, do you think your father could help us? No way, Batboy. I only speak to that dude when I gotta, says Cyborg. But we need him. He's got access to the STARS Auto Labs. Of course, STARS means scientific and technological advanced research. Marvel and DC love their what do you call it? Would it be No, it's not an acronym. Maybe, I don't know. But Shield and Star and Hive and AIM. Oh, goodness gracious. And so Robin continues, it's the only way we can test these robots. And Cyborg says, listen, kid, ever since he turned me into this freak, he and I are on the outs. And Robin says, please, we need help now. Can you bury whatever problems you have? And he's like, not a chance. So, but I'll see about getting us into Star, he says. I don't have to speak to him to use his labs. And so here you can see they're being looked at, and then it continues here. So those are the new Teen Titans. They're inexperienced, but still very good. I see why the Hive wants them out of the picture. Still, there's something about that slimy group that stinks. And so he calls his butler here. Wintergreen, is that you? Indeed, sir. Do you require my assistance? Yeah. I want you to run a computer cross-check on the Hive. And so Hive means Hierarchy of International Vengeance and Eliminations. Like I said, acronyms. So, will do, sir. Oh, sir, will you be home for dinner tonight? I don't know yet, Wintergreen. Oh, yes. I want something else checked out. And so it says here, while the mysterious Terminator continues his communication to his east side penthouse, we'd best take a look at an island somewhere in the mid-Atlantic. And this guy goes, I'm ready. And they go, do you understand the risks? Yeah, we've only gone over it 1,000,000 times. Then we shall do so again. Human beings only use 1/10 of their brain power capacity. We have learned that the Terminator increased his capacity to 90%. That is not true. Someone came up with that stupid idea. We actually use 100% of our brain. A lot of it is on controlling motor functions like your heart, your lungs. You breathe and you blink. All that stuff is done automatically. We use a lot of our brains. Now, does everybody recall things and stuff like that? You can. It's called muscle memory. But a lot of us don't use it because we don't need it. But we learn, like if you work in an office or if you work, it's repetition. It's the same thing. So, it's an urban legend. It's false. But anyway, we're going to increase your capacity to 100. Just imagine the power at your disposal when you're finally ready to destroy the new Teen Titans. And so we are here at Elsewhere here. And so we got Raven here. Please listen to me. Just, you must hear me out at least this once. Another vertical panel here. And so Raven continues to talk to whatever this is here. I risked my life coming here where no human can long survive. I've come to beg your forgiveness. The fates have separated us too long ready. But now there is a chance, if only, and it says no. I do not forgive. And Raven ends up going back, and she plummets and then disappears. So, all right, now we are in some town here, and Kid Flash says, "Despite my promise to hang on my running shoes, I've become Kid Flash again," says Wally. "But why? All I wanted was to be Wally West, ordinary college student. So what compelled me to rejoin the Titans after first turning them? You! Raven, what's wrong? What happened to you?" "I'm sorry I have intruded, Wallace. I should not have come here," she says. "But I needed a sanctuary, if only for," and he's kind of helping her. "No, I already have said too much. Raven, please don't disappear on me. I have to ask you." And she's gone like some kind of ghost. I love how they use her, how it looks like a bird. It really is cool. But I have to know if she's the reason I changed my mind. Did she do something to make me become a Titan? So, yes, she did. And so we're in the Hamptons here. So, this is where, of course, rich people live. So, and here's Beast Boy / Changeling. I think it's Changeling during this run, but eventually it goes back to Beast Boy. So, who knows? I can't count past 100. Face it, Dick. My stepdad's the kind of guy who thinks Howard Hughes lived on food stamps. And he says, "Bruce is rich, and Wayne Manor has something, but this is a small country." Yeah, I know. But everyone's got to hang his pouch somewhere. And I guess we started here. We when you read, this isn't a good place to put this here. So this is where he says, "This place is incredible. How many rooms do you have?" And then he goes, "Who knows? I lost count." So anyway, it's too bad though. I did almost starve to death once, going from my bedroom to the kitchen. The third day out was the worst. So, and here we got Wonder Girl, and Starfire says, "Wonder Girl, I still don't quite understand why I'm supposed to wear this. It certainly can't be for protection. Does it possess any special properties?" And she says, "Yep, it'll keep guys from going insane when they see you. Trust me, Starfire. Please call me Coriander. That's my real name. Only if you call me Donna. Anyway, on this planet, we've got to wear clothing. I don't understand why, but if you say so, I will do it." Well, she was wearing clothes, so do her people weren't around naked either, so. And so here are the girls. You better believe it. And Beast Boy, he's just, arr. And so, "Knock it off with the wolf calls, Gar. When you said you had swimsuits for us here, I didn't expect these things. These aren't bathing suits. They're strings with gland conditions. Dick, I'm so pleased you came." And he says, "You look lovely, Coriander. So do you. I think I will like it here on Earth," she says. "Say, can all your people change shape like Gar?" "No, Gar is a one of a kind, I'm happy to say." And suddenly Kid Flash shows up. He says, "Sorry I was late, guys, but I had some homework to do before I could take a break." And he's like, "Water looks good. It's been a while since I had a relaxing swim." And you can see him changing here and jumps in. So, alright, so now we're at the Star Labs here. And this is Cyborg's dad here. "I'm truly sorry I can't help you, Victor, but this automaton is damaged beyond any hope of repair. Yeah, I bet you're really choked up, Dad. Come on, level, and don't give a hoot about nothing but yourself. You never did. If you cared, Mom would still be alive, and I wouldn't have become this monster." And his dad says, "Victor, that was an accident." And Cyborg says, "Accident, my behind. You and your crazy science freaks get off on playing God with us little people. You never thought of me as your son, just some kind of personal physics experiment." "Victor, please, wait, don't go," says the dad. And the dad just looks down. It's no use. He'll never listen to the truth. He'll never believe the accident that forced me to rebuild him. It's also costing me my life. And so we're back to Cyborg here. Great silhouette here. Man, he's always full of excuses, but I know Mom would still be here if it weren't for him, and I wouldn't be a blasted steel Pinocchio, he says. Suddenly here we see some kind of explosion here. So, and here we have that other guy here. Get up, creep, get up, so I can knock you down again. You Titans are real big when it comes to pushing around kids. But you ain't nothing when you're up against the Ravager. So, and he hits Cyborg. You gotta screw loose, kid, because if you do, let me fix it for you. He grabs this pipe, and this is supposed to be steam, it says here, but they drip pink. So, and Ravager says, gotta do better than that, robot. My reflexes have been scientifically increased. I had more than enough time to dodge your blast and still get through your defenses to personally wring your fat tin neck. And Ravager continues here. You blasted Titans have pushed Grant Wilson around long enough. You destroyed my apartment, made me lose my girl, and now that I got the power, I'm gonna make you pay. Gonna make you pay in spades, he says. Kid, you're ready for the psycho ward, he says here. And you can see here Cyborg kind of making an adjustment. He turns his hand into this kind of cannon here, that sound cannon of some kind here. And Ravager, of course, it hurts his ears. And so, Cyborg kind of explains. It taps into my eternal solar energy supply, and suddenly zap, you're out. And so behind him, and so are you, Cyborg, and he gets knocked out. And there goes the Terminator, kind of taking Ravager. That power dampener should hold you down for a few minutes, long enough for my little buddy and me to get lost. Come on, kid, you're coming with the Terminator. Now you're going to see how the big boys operate. So, and Cyborg is like, oh man, don't know what this blasted frisbee is, but it sure turned out the lights. I can still feel the pain right down to my steel toenails. But pain or no, I still gotta. And he's like, they're gone. So another vertical panel here. And so they really put a lot. Like, this would probably be like a 2-part story nowadays. And so we're back in Beast Boy's parents' house. And so the Teen Titans are kind of just relaxing here. They kind of talk a little bit about each other here. So Starfire starts talking about her family here. And he says, my brother and sister, my parents, so far away, I don't suppose I'll ever see them again. And Kid Flash says, maybe you can. We can simply get Superman or Green Lantern to take you home. Don't give up hope, Coriander, says Wonder Girl. Donna, you do not understand. I cannot go home. I can never go home again. And Robin says, what do you mean? But before she can explain, here comes Cyborg. About time I found you, bozos. Try asking for directions this time when you look like me. Robin says, Victor, is something wrong? Batboy, you just said a mouthful. And so now we're back in New York City, so we're kind of just moving along here. Is he the one, sir? Yeah, those hive creeps. They know what they're doing. He looks frightful, sir. I should call the hospital. Don't bother. The hive altered his metabolic rate. He'll recover. And the guy starts waking up. Where am I? Take it easy, kid. You took a bad spill. And he says, you're Deathstroke, the Terminator. My father told me about you. And the hive gave me powers like yours. Maybe even better. And Deathstroke says, not quite, kid. Your brain capacity has been increased. But you're feeding off your body's own energy. You keep using your power and you'll kill yourself, warns Deathstroke. The hive said if I ever saw if you ever saw me, you'd be jealous. My dad used to say you were the best hitman in the country. Um, he said once you took an assignment, you never failed. Well, I took an assignment too, to destroy the Titans. And Mister, I'm not gonna fail. Not now, not ever. And he kind of goes off. He says, the Terminator, I used to worship him, wanted to be just like him. Well, now I'm more than him. Sorry. Well, now I'm more than just like him. I'm better, and I'm going to prove it. And Deathstroke says, he is, his butler here says, he is determined, sir, and foolish. Oh, well, prepare my weapons for me, will you, Wintergreen? And so again, we are back at the Hamptons here. And here comes Ravager. Wilson, we were wondering how long you'd take to get here. The name's now the Ravager. Don't forget it, he says. Cut the kid stuff, Grant. Go home before you get hurt, warns Robin. You're outnumbered 7-1. And behind him, 7-2. And in my book, that makes it even odds. And he goes, you! As if we don't know who it is. You followed me. And of course, the Hive is watching here. Couldn't let you tackle this one alone. Come on, kid. Let's show him who's boss. They're like, the Terminator intervened as we expected. Then the choice of Grant Wilson was a good one. For the cost of one minor operation, we received the Terminator's services free of charge. 2 against the Titans. Who do you think will be victorious? Number 5, you already know the Terminator has never failed. And so here we go. I don't need you, Terminator. I don't need anyone, says Ravager. I can destroy these creeps by myself as he takes a swing at Robin. No way, kid. You're good, but you're reckless. Don't just attack. Think, says Deathstroke. Donna, he sidestepped my starbolt. No one has ever done that before. Call me Wonder Girl when we're in public. And don't worry, I got him. And Deathstroke says, Lady, we're both holding this golden rope of yours. Just don't so don't be so sure just who's got whom, and tosses her towards Starfire here. And so here comes Beast Boy to go help Robin, who's getting knocked out here. And this Beast Boy goes, did you forget someone? And Ravager says, I forget nothing, Shape Changer, and I don't need my increased strength to take care of fools like you. And he tosses gas at them and uses a blaster on Cyborg here. Look at this. We're at 21 pages of story. We're now going to page 22. Goodness gracious. This was so cool. You can barely get 21 pages nowadays. So Ravager punches Robin. And here Cyborg tries to get him, but he misses him, ends up hitting that wall. And so Deathstroke here uses that stick to get Wally. I mean, Deathstroke is a formidable, he's one of DC's better villains. Lex Luthor, Joker, Darkseid, and I think Deathstroke. I think he's a top 4 DC villain, for sure. He can go head to head against anyone: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, everybody. So, here, Starfire hits, and Robin goes, Starfire, don't kill them. It's all right, Robin. I know what I'm doing. My starbolts have more than enough power to blast away both these killers. And Ravager goes, everything's moving too quickly, so dizzy. Starfire isn't listening to Robin. She's still firing starbolts. And Deathstroke says, God, no, the kid, the fool. I warned him using his powers would take its toll, but I didn't think it would happen so quickly. So, hold it. He's still falling. I don't think this is a trick. He looks sick, deathly sick. Terminator, where are you? But Starfire never hit him. Yeah, I'm here, kid. Listen, everything will be all right. Now, some of you may know who, but I'll just keep going. I won't try to spoil it if you've never read these here. The boy is dying. Let that end the fighting. Sorry. Take him, Terminator, and go in peace. And Wally's like, Raven, where you been? In a place beyond imagining, learning the reason for the Titans' recreation has finally come to birth. Soon we will be needed elsewhere. I cannot have you fighting some meaningless battle now. But you, how could you let the boy die like this? I warned him. I told him what using his power would do, but he didn't believe me. Look at him. He burned himself up from the inside. Blast him and blast the hive. Terminator, did we do it? Did we kill the Titans? And he's like, kid, you question the fates of your foes. Look here, child. See for yourself the result of your handiwork. And she shows them that they're dead. And so that he at least dies happy. You did this to him. You Titans killed him. No, we did nothing. The ones who gave him his powers are the true killers. And he says, that's not the way it works in my racket, sister. The kid took a contract. He died because of you. Poor stupid kid. Never really had a chance. And Starfire says, you're letting him go, but they attacked us. They tried to kill us. If there is a difference between his kind and ours, it must be in our compassion for an enemy. Compassion? I don't understand, she says. And Robin says, and that might be enough to end the new Teen Titans before it's even begun. And so we get an other page, an epilogue here. So we're looking at page number 25. This is the last page here. So it's the next day. It's raining in New York City. And here's his girlfriend. And here are Wintergreen and Deathstroke. This is Deathstroke, of course. That's Grant's old girlfriend, isn't it? What's her name again? Wintergreen. Carol. Carol Slatke. I believe, sir. I contacted the Hive concerning young Grant's contract. Yeah. And they were delighted that I'm going to finish his job for him, right? I figure I owe it to him. All those stories he heard about the Terminator. No wonder he wanted to be like me. A shame you never really got to know him, sir. I think I knew him pretty well, Wintergreen. After all, what is it they say? Like father, like son. So, Grant Wilson, and of course, we all know his name is Slade Wilson. So, it is his dad. And so, they say, the child died as expected, and now we have the father as we anticipated. He will not be loyal, says the other one. It does not matter. He will do his job. We will give him a reason to hate the Teen Titans. And that hate will be enough. Like father, like son, he said. So true, so true. And so next issue, the introduction of the Fearsome Five. All right, Teen Titans number 2 from 1980. Like and subscribe, and I do thank you for listening. Goodbye.